Oh, Jimmy. So normally I talk about video games, but occasionally I'm going to post a video in the sphere of YouTube, since it is the platform that I publish content on. Feel like when something comes out regarding YouTube and regarding particularly probably a famous creator, he's famous, but he's starting to lose his credibility a little bit. And this is, once this kind of reaches the masses, I feel, not just my video, but it's going to spread, I think, a little bit more because of this news story. I feel like this is now not necessarily putting a nail in the coffin for Mr. Beast, but it's starting to look like it even more. The story is about Jimmy's video, or Mr. Beast, as you well know. He did a video a while ago about how he was doing 1,000 eye surgeries, or he was going to pay for people's eye surgeries to cure them from blindness and cataracts and things like that. Now, in his video, which I believe is probably, if not the most popular video he's made, or at least in view count wise, it's definitely up there. In the video itself, he claims that he's going to pay for 1,000 eye surgeries. Now, no one kind of questioned this. The idea with it is that he was going to pay for 200 eye surgeries in the US, and then the 800 were going to kind of be international ones in different countries that needed people needed the operation for. What's come to light, and I have no idea how it's taken this long for it to come to light, because there's a video out there that basically says these claims are completely untrue. And it's been out there for 8 months, since February 10th, 2024. It's by a very small channel called Mission Flight. And the title of the video is Mr. Beast did not pay for 1,000 eye surgeries. The internet has just found this. Like, it's been there, but it's just been picked up right now. I have no idea. YouTube algorithm, do your fucking work. Maybe it says a lot that YouTube didn't want this out there, or are we getting into real conspiracy theories now that maybe it's been out there for ages and YouTube didn't pick it up and spread it, and now it's only that some people on the internet posted it on other sites, aka Reddit, basically found this and said, hang on a minute, why hasn't anyone seen or discussed this or picked this up or talked about it? And in the video, it's a fun video, by the way. I'm not going to play it, but it's they kind of take the piss out of Mr. Beast. They even have like a not a figurine, but they have a paper mache or cardboard cutout of Jimmy's face going around their actual facility. And Mission Flight are essentially one of the organizations for nonprofits that were mentioned in Jimmy's video, and there was footage of them actually at that location. It's only for a brief moment, but they are part of the organizations that were performing the surgeries, or going to perform the surgeries. So I'm going to read what they've put in the description of the video, just to give you a gist of exactly what's going on. So they've put on here, update 10th of October 2024. So they obviously know that a lot of people have been watching this, or started to kind of get views on it. So they've put an update in the actual video itself, even though this video, as I said, is about 8 months old. We still have not received any money nor any communication with Mr. Beast after multiple attempts to reach out. Thanks for spreading the word. Remember Mr. Beast's video where he claims to provide 1,000 eye surgeries across the world? Well, he didn't. We challenged him to make things right. Mission Flight is one of the non-profits that performed these surgeries. We have not received any payment. We also had no acknowledge, nor did we give consent to Mr. Beast for our doctors, volunteers, patients, and clinic to be featured in this for-profit video. So there is footage of the actual clinic itself that's in the video. It's very short because the video itself was focusing mostly on the US. It was like about 10 different patients that they primarily focused on in terms of filming. But it was mostly kind of a particular clinic that most of the filming was done. We estimate he made over $850,000 from this video alone. Mission Flight challenges Mr. Beast's false claims and profiteering of our non-profit work. We have reached out to Mr. Beast multiple times with no response. Now we want to give Mr. Beast the opportunity to make things right. Instead of lawsuits and lawyers, we are seeking a super fun video collaboration / competition with Mr. Beast, in which the proceeds of that video will go towards providing more eye surgeries for people suffering from curable blindness. Why spend thousands on lawyers when all that money can go towards helping more people? So they've been trying to get this video to him, or at least get it spread out, you know, for the last 8 months, and it's only done it now, and this is why everyone's kind of picked it up now. So there's a few things about this that people might go, well, hang on a minute, do they have any kind of evidence? It's just one clinic. I'm sure he's just kind of said, like, it's going to be multiple clinics and it's not just going to be one in particular. So there's a comment here from where the story kind of got shared. It was actually on r/YouTube. There's a comment here that kind of puts it in perspective, and I kind of believe this more than anything. Full story here: Mr. Beast supposedly covered like 200 eye surgeries in the US, which they show like 10 people. Why is he like all the time? Show 10 people getting treated with his posse in the room. When they claim to have done 800 more in other countries, there was a 2-second blip in Mr. Beast's video showing Mission Flight stock footage from Mexico. So yes, Mr. Beast probably lied about 800 to 990 surgeries. He probably never promised money to the international ones. So yes, he's lying about the amount of surgeries and sticking footage from clinics. So that's probably where it is. It's either a case of he's made this video, profited from it. The worst case scenario is he's only paid for the ones that were actually on the video, which was around about 10 people. The worst case scenario is that he said it was 1,000 people, because it's a nice round number, you know, because it's YouTube clicks and, you know, the title. They're not going to put, you know, 200 surgeries. We did 200 surgeries. It doesn't feel like a lot. They want to put 1,000 because that feels like quite a lot. What's most likely the best case scenario is that he has actually paid for 200 in the US, but the other 800, maybe he didn't actually do them or pay people to get them done. He just covered the US side of things and then lied about that side. The truth's all going to come out, I guess, in time. This doesn't look good for him, considering the amount of stuff that's come out recently that hasn't looked good for him. This is possibly just another thing to add to pretty much the downfall of someone that used to be like the most famous YouTuber on the planet and had good credibility and everyone talked nice about him. And unfortunately, sadly, you don't really know people until you know people, kind of thing. If this is all true. Again, if it's all true, but it seems to suggest, especially because one of the non-profit organizations that were featured in the video, they didn't even ask them for footage that they could use. Like, there was no communication done even for that. That makes me think that the actual donation side of things didn't actually happen either. But yeah, PR wise and just in general human kindness wise, not a good look for Jimmy. I think this might be the beginning of the end.